Good afternoon and welcome to CHICAT Live, an interactive program shown on CAN TV 21. We are live. My name is Walter Bush, Workforce Placement Coordinator with the Chicago Center for Arts and Technology. In the studio with me today, I have Kim Dismuke, our Education and Workforce Director. And we actually want to talk to the audience out here today about who CHICAT is, what we do, and what we offer to the community. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you very much for having me, Walter.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So to start off, we'll give you some history of Chicago Center for Arts and Technology. We are a 2-year-old organization located in the Illinois Medical District, serving communities of Pilsen, North Lawndale, Little Village, and the surrounding Chicago communities. Our mission with our adult programming is to prepare individual students for careers in 3 industries. One industry being the manufacturing industry and healthcare industry.
Right.
And we'll talk more about the particular programs we offer later in the show. But historically, we're part of a network of centers across the United States that have a 50-year track record of providing career education, vocational training, and youth programming for the communities that we serve. At any time during the show, if the audience would like to call in and ask any questions, you can find that number at the bottom of the screen. And again, we are here to serve the community. All of our programs are no cost to anyone that is accepted in our programs. Our adult programs serve students 18 years and older. And again, those industries that we focus on and we'll talk about today more in depth are healthcare and the manufacturing industries. And Kim, did you want to give a little bit more background on how you came to CHICAT and your background in working in adult education?
Well, I came to CHICAT last year, October 29th, so I've only been here going on a year on the 29th. My background is not-for-profit management and higher ed, and I've been in both for about 25 years. So it's a great field to be in, nonprofit. It's exciting, and every time it's something different, so I really enjoy being in the nonprofit sector.
Thank you. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So to talk more about our adult programs, health information technology really focuses in on the medical billing and coding and insurance claims processing aspects of healthcare, starting with a core knowledge and concentration in anatomy and physiology, medical records. It is a 9-month program. Students come away from that program with a nationally recognized certification as a certified coding specialist through the AAPC, which is the American Association for Professional Coders. It's a very intense program, but very rewarding on the back end. Because our goal with all of our programs is to make sure that our students start work in those industries. Not as a job, but we really focus on careers, so long-term stability in the industry. The second program that we offer in manufacturing is maintenance mechanics program, which is a 6-month program. And by the way, all of our programs are full-time programs during the day. At this point, we are looking into the future of offering night classes.
That's correct.
But at this point, they're full-time during the day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. One of the greatest things about the programs, again, is that there's no cost to the student. So if you are interested in these programs, students do not have to worry about tuition, books, fees, any of those things. We just want our students to focus in on their education and the curriculum and focusing on developing themselves to be a professional in these industries.
Correct.
In the maintenance mechanics program, students start off by learning intro to blueprint reading, shop math. Then they really get into the core of maintenance mechanics for manufacturing, which is pneumatics, hydraulics, programmable logic controllers, which are the electronic components that control the machinery. And not only do students have the ability to work in manufacturing, but they can also use these skills in building maintenance or automotives. The manufacturing community in Chicago is a very large community of employers, and these careers are very in demand. So employers are looking for qualified, trained individuals. The third program we offer, which is also in manufacturing, is food quality control, food lab, which focuses on microbiology, food safety, and again, students receive 6 months of training, nationally recognized certification, and we work with each individual student until they start their career in the industry, and even supporting them after they're in the industry if they want to change careers or change employers or have aspirations of moving up in the industry. In terms of those programs, did you want to add anything about the programs?
All our programs, like Walter said, are nationally certified. So when they get the certification, we just want them to feel well accomplished, knowing that they have gotten something that they can take and move further. And like he said, we try to capture them up to 30, 60 to 90 days or even 120 days. We use that data to find out where they are now and how can we better serve them more so in the future also.
Exactly. Yeah, these programs, they're the real deal. Again, we do not focus on jobs. We focus on career paths, making sure that our students have everything they need to be successful in these industries. And we chose these industries for a good reason, because they are in demand. There's job growth being seen and predicted over the next 10 years at 10 to 13% in each industry. And they pay very good wages with benefits. On average, when a student finishes at CHICAT, they typically start off at $40,000 per year with benefits and upward mobility. So there's always room to add more credentials and more training so they can move up the career ladder in each industry. Now, I actually have some questions for you, Kim. Let's see. In terms of your experience, what would you view as some of the challenges facing adult students when they try to return back to school? And then how does CHICAT support our students through those challenges?
Some of the challenges are childcare. Other challenges are car fare. And one of the most challenges is the motivation and the confidence that they lack from leaving their house going into something new. So at CHICAT, we try to have workshops and things to support those differences that they may have not achieved through their high school or through some of their colleges, because some of them have had pretty much a deep background in some kind of college. or a community college setting. So CHICAT tries to support in every aspect through our workforce development and our career pathways, those avenues, and deter some of those negative energies so they can move forward and be very productive as they grow with CHICAT and become successful in their career path. So we try to embrace them, we try to nurture them. We have a beautiful building, and we try to be, I know they're adults, but we nurture and continue to gel with them and move them forward.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's so key to the equation of having a support system. So we really understand that adult students still need that support as an advocate, as a training provider, to help them move through to navigate through their career path. So not only do we help with the support services, but we also help each student map out their career path and think outside of the box, and not just stopping at the entry level, but showing them the path to higher wages and better jobs, and even thinking about outside of the job spectrum, but how to become an entrepreneur if they choose to do that with their skill set. So along with the core courses for each industry, we also, as Kim mentioned, we provide the workforce development, career training, working on networking, resume building, how to work with each student in terms of creating their own professional brand so they can go out into the industry and actually work with employers to land that career and be sustainable in the workforce. And along with that, we also offer the Microsoft suite of training.
Exactly.
So especially in this day and age, everything is technology-based, from applying for the job to utilizing, those basic computer skills on the job. It's inevitable that they have to have those type of skills. So
and
that's
we can't
something.
assume. We cannot assume that they have them. Everybody don't own a computer. Everybody don't have a laptop, a phone that they can work like a computer, and everybody just don't have the skills. And at CHICAT, that's what we provide. We try to go from the basics to the foundations and on to your entrepreneurship if that's what you choose. And we are that support system that will walk you right with it.
Definitely. And we really want students to think about their career path and think about and concentrate on their curriculum. And that's one of the reasons why we have all the supports in place. The tuition, being a scholarship-based tuition, the car fares, as Kim mentioned, and not having to worry about how you're going to pay for college, especially in this day and age in America with so much debt. Our funders, the folks who really believed in this to make this happen, want to keep that true, that, no student, whether adult or youth, has to pay for the training, but again, to focus in on their studies and be the best professional they can be once they finish.
Because when you know better, you do better. And if I had known about these programs long time ago, the debt I have, you would not believe.
Me either. I agree.
I would have went this path totally and 100%. This is a great program, and I wish every seat in CHICAT could be filled at any given time. And that's what we're working towards. That's what we're working towards, to fill each seat and give each student 18 years or older an opportunity. But you have to earn your opportunity also.
Definitely.
You have to put in the work. You put in the work. And like I said, when you know better, we do better. And we don't assume that you know anything when you come through the door. And we really don't care about where you've been and your background. We just want to help you get to where you need to be.
That's true.
For us and yourself, basically yourself.
That's true. We have students who come to us. Some have no experience in these industries. Some do, but the outcome is always the same. Each student leaves better, more knowledgeable, and ready to conquer anything that the employers put in place in terms of their job descriptions, the tasks that they have to encounter at work. Our program is a work simulation type program, so the same things that you would be doing at work in these jobs in the industry is the same thing that you would learn here. It's very activity-based and hands-on.
Exactly.
They also get the book knowledge, that's the foundation, the technical knowledge. But to be able to actually have hands-on experience is vital. Along with that, we work with our employer partners to provide externships where our students can get more time and experience on the job while they're shadowing people who have more experience in the industry, so that is a plus.
Very much a plus.
And it helps break down the barrier of being in a new
Being
environment.
in a new environment. And we also are starting up our advisory committee in 3 areas: in the industry, manufactured food lab, in healthcare, and in community development. So if anybody would love to join our advisory committees, just give us a call at the number. Or you can call me directly at 312-773-1701, extension 1191. Anybody who wants to be a part of the advisory committee, please give us a call. We love your input in curriculum, community development, retention, enrollment. Any advice is good advice. And as a CHICAT employee, we welcome you.
Definitely. And for potential students, if you're interested in the programs, we offer information sessions so you can learn more details about our programs and take a tour of the facility, talk to our recruitment coordinator, Trudy Merrick, and introduce you to our instructors, who not only are instructors who have a wide breadth and depth of knowledge about the industry, because they've actually worked in the industry.
Tenured instructors.
So, they've had the hands-on. Some of our instructors started at the ground level, entry level, and added more training and experience so they can relate to, starting off at that level where you're at on the entry level. Combined experience typically is 10 to 20 years experience in the industry and teaching. So that gives us the ability to make sure our students have what they need. Our information sessions are every Tuesday and Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. So again, you can come in, learn more about our programs, talk to instructors. Some of the requirements for the adult programs: that you be 18 years or older, have your high school diploma or high school equivalency, GED. We do have a entrance test, which is the test of adult basic education. And then there's a short interview where you get to talk to our staff and instructors, really just to make sure that this is the right career path for you, the right program, the right industry, and for us to get to know who you are, your background, and advise you on the best career path. Which all 3 industries, again, they're great industries to get into, growing. The job market is honestly very good right now. And nationwide, unemployment is at a 50-year low, at 3%, approximately 3%. But what we know from Chicago and nationally is that these careers are still growing, and there's a demand from our employer partners. We work closely with our employer partners to make sure our curriculum is what they need in the industry, so there's no deviation from the demand and the need, and giving students what they need to be successful.
Exactly.
Kim, can you give some examples of some success stories of CHICAT students?
Well, the graduation time is coming up November 9th, so we're very, very successful in that area. But one that comes to mind, her name is Bridget Merriweather, and she came through Walter. She was a former student, and we have now contracted her. She's contracted through us to work, and she is now teaching instructional facilitating one of our tests and teaching the students in their basic educational needs. So that's very successful that she actually came back, remembered where she got her training and education from, and is now on a temporary contract with CHICAT. So we're very proud of Bridget, and she's doing a fabulous job.
Definitely. And it reaches back to the saying of reach one, teach one. You know, we don't want to leave anyone behind. So being able to develop talent from within our community at CHICAT and also in the larger Chicago community is so valuable, because when we do that, we're able to reinvest in our community, build wealth. And, you know, we also teach at CHICAT not just the curriculum, but, you know, work as a value. Like, what are the values of going to work besides earning a paycheck? Obviously, that's important. We all have to pay bills, right?
We all have to, but that work ethic is very important.
The work ethic is so important, and giving back. You know, giving back, not about being a consumer all the time, but how you can reinvest your money, build wealth, and build community. Another example that I have was a student in our food lab program that graduated in 2018, Miss Huff. And she went through a lot of adversity. She graduated top of the food lab class, was the first one to get a job. She's worked in the industry about a year now, and she's moved up to a supervisory position at Gold Standard Baking Company. So she's another one of our success stories who, against the odds and all the, you know, the trials and tribulations she had been through, but was able to maintain
And
her
persevere
household,
on, yes.
show up on time every day, excel, get a job, and be promoted in less than a year.
And it can be done, but you have to want it.
Exactly.
You have to want it. It can be done, but you have to want it. And you have to leave all, once you hit CHICAT, all the negativity that was chasing you into CHICAT, it just goes away.
Exactly.
It goes away. And it's a positive, very positive environment. Everybody is really passionate about helping each other and being a team player. So we invite you to come in and do the same. And we try to lead by example.
Definitely. And with that being said, again, if you want more information, you can find us at www.chicat.org on the web, or you can stop in Tuesdays or Wednesdays at 9:30. We're located at 1701 West 13th Street. 1701 West 13th Street, and that's a few blocks west of Ashland,
And
so
like we
right
say,
between Roosevelt and
behind the
Ashland.
Costco.
Exactly. If you know where Costco and Jewel is, we're right between it. We have about 5 minutes left, so if anyone would like to call in and ask any questions, we're happy to answer any questions you might have right now. If not, again, you can find us at www.chicat.org. You can give us a call at 312-733-1701. And I just want to thank CAN TV for letting us have this platform to talk about the industry. I also want to give a shout out to our youth programming. They'll be on next week. Youth programs are for 6th through 12th graders, and they're learning things like comic book making, fashion design, 3D printmaking, traditional art, and again, those programs also are free to the community.
Exactly. And at this point, what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
It's a growing program. We're continuing to strive forward. And I do believe we're being successful at what we do. And we would love for anybody who wants to come aboard and come get that career path. Come do something new, something different for yourself. And if you want to do that, CHICAT is here to help you.
Definitely. It's all about making a change for the better, and it's never too late. Even though our programs start off at 18 years as a requirement, we've had every age group. We've had folks straight out of high school to be successful. We've got people who are 60 years old who came back to the industry, got more certifications, and were successful in entering back into the industry. So we will work with anyone who has the desire and the will to commit. And that's actually one of the requirements that we look at. We look for people who can make this commitment. It is a full-time commitment.
Yes, it is.
But with that, the work that you put in, like Kim said, the work you put in, you get tenfold back.
Yes.
And we're just here to support you in that endeavor. We have a lot to offer. And then we also have outside speakers that'll come in from the industries, work with students from day one. A lot of our employers want to know, are they on time?
Yes.
How are they doing in class? To build that relationship from day one is important also, because they get to know, on the human side, who our students are, not just as an employee, but as a person. So when we partner with employers, we look for those things like positive work environment, work-life balance. Is it a safe environment? Is it a quality employer to work with? So as I always say, we don't focus on jobs, but we're really focused on career paths and sustainability in those industries for the long term.
Yeah, and we just, like I said, we just can't assume that when people come through the door that they actually have that work ethics and they actually don't know anything about, if they know anything about conflict and resolution on the job. We teach all of that. That's part of our workshops and work development. So we just don't assume that when they come through the door, they automatically have this, even though they may have been on that job for years. But it's just some things that we just don't have, or we have let fall by the wayside. But at CHICAT, we pick you up.
Yeah, and it's always something you can learn, even if you have taken a class before. It's just like reading a book the second time. You will find that there's something you can gain from it again.
Exactly.
So we are out of time today. I want to thank you, Kim, again for
Thank you for having me, Walter.
On the show. You're welcome, and we will see you all next week with our youth program. The adult program will be on the following week with a new topic. And God bless you all out there. Come see us. We're at 1701 West 13th Street, and have a good evening.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.